What happens when a fat person and a thin person swap diets? On the first day of the swap, Jack prepared for David a bowl of cornflakes with milk that was almost enough for 2 adults. But just as Jack sat down ready to eat, David just said regretfully that he doesn't eat anything for breakfast. Jack felt helpless and could only watch David eat. But what no one expected was that right after David finished eating that, Jack brought out 2 more hamburgers and said that he eats this much for breakfast every day. David stared at the palm-sized hamburgers, and even though his stomach was churning with nausea, he forced himself to finish them. Meanwhile, Jack, who didn't get any breakfast, could only stare at the tempting food and kept drinking water to satisfy his hunger. Finally, noon rolled around. Jack couldn't wait to bring David his favorite sandwich. David was totally shocked when he saw it because the sandwich was as long as his forearm. David wore a painful expression since he hadn't even digested his breakfast yet. But it was Jack who was even more devastated because after starving all morning, he was told again that there was nothing for lunch either. It wasn't until the afternoon that Jack finally got a cup of coffee. He was so hungry that he had no strength left. But the afternoon tea Jack prepared for David was 2 more sandwiches. David chewed the sandwiches in despair. The more he ate, the more he questioned his life choices. He simply couldn't believe that a person could eat this much food. When dinner time came, Jack sat at the table full of anticipation. Even though it was just a small serving of hamburger and fries, he ate it with great relish. After all, this was his first proper meal of the day, and the dinner Jack prepared for David was a vegetable and cheese pizza. Just when David managed to finish his dinner and was ready to get a good night's sleep, at 1 o'clock in the morning, Jack prepared a midnight snack for David and brought the food to him once again. Looking at the devastated David, Jack explained that he usually eats 10 meals a day. David ate the midnight snack in a daze, but he couldn't fall asleep anymore. Will he be able to keep